Today we're going to do a backtesting video. We're going to do a backtest live. You guys can actually backtest with me, and I love to backtest because this just reinforces my strategy. Now I'm going to be backtesting GJ, this is Great British Pound, and Japanese Yen. I'm going to be doing this in the month of August because I like to go back from, October, September, and just the other months. So now I have August to also do. And how this is going to work is that when we do get a win, I'm going to actually tally this down on Apple Notes. It's just a little thing that I created to actually note down the pip size that I actually win or the pip size that I lose. At the end, I'll then have my win percentage. Now this is GJ, and I've literally not backtested GJ in August at all, but I am going to go back this way to the 31st. Now the reason why I do this from the end of the month first to the start of the month is just because I don't actually have to play it and let it go through. For those who backtest, you know what I mean. When you're actually done with your session, you don't have to play it and let it kind of go through, and then it just takes a while. This is like an example. This is just unnecessary because I have to wait for this to finish. I traded the London session, so literally that starts at 8 a.m. in the morning. So I'm going to go to the 31st of August and we are going to begin. So there are a few things that I'm looking for. Now I do trade supply and demand, so I'm looking for aggressive selling and aggressive buying. Those are pretty much the metrics I'm looking for. So this is currently at 8:15. And we're just going to see if we can find something. Now this is a setup that I do like if price does get there. This is a clean one. As you can see, I'm literally backtesting with no EMAs, no nothing else on the screen, just pure price action, because this is how I've been doing it recently compared to my other videos. Like, EMAs do work, trust me, they do work, but sometimes they can also mess you up. So we're going to do this just pure price action and see exactly what happens. Now this hasn't tapped into the zone yet, so we aren't going to actually take anything. Wait for it to tap. Is it gonna tap? Okay, so this trade has left us. So in this case now, we are waiting for the next opportunity. This is a zone that I can see, but I'm not sure if price is gonna go there. So I do actually stop trading every single day at 12 exactly. So as soon as it hits 12, then we are pretty much done for the day. We just didn't see any trade. So I think today is gonna be a no trade day. So we're just gonna move on to the next trading day. So literally this is the 31st. Now I'm just gonna move on to the 30th. One additional thing is that I do not trade Mondays, so yeah, we're gonna skip every single Monday because I don't trade Mondays. Okay, so now we have another setup cooking. This did not break the high, so I was not taking this. Okay, so this is a setup that I can see. Now for some of you, much of this might not make any sense, so if you do actually want to understand the strategy to the T, then there is a link down in the description below. You can actually join and trade with me literally for free on the Discord. So literally you'll kind of get to understand what my strategy is a bit more. But right now I'm just waiting for this to tap the zone. It's already almost 12 and we haven't got any entry yet. Now this is at 11:50 on a Wednesday, so this trade we just missed out on. I mean, the day is pretty much done now, so we didn't get any trade again on Wednesday. So now we're going to move on to Tuesday, and now we're going to easily breeze through this because I'm pretty sure that you guys kind of understand what's going on now. So right now in this moment, what I am looking for is nothing, just because the market isn't really clear. I mean, yeah, the market is bullish, so could be looking for buys, but right now it's just looking unclear at this point because I'm not sure if it wants to keep going up or if we're going to get a breakup structure to the downside. Right now the market is super messy. Okay, now we got a break to the upside, so now I'm looking for just buys at this point. Literally nothing else but buys. This is kind of a setup, but this is a risky one. I wouldn't take it. It's already hit, it's already past 12 actually, so this is done. Technically the setup I was looking for or looking at was this, came back to tap in, and this might just keep pumping to the upside just like I thought, but it's already 12:25, so we're going to ignore this one. When I do find a setup, then I will let you guys know exactly where my entry is and how I do it and where my exit is and everything else like that. It's currently Monday now, so we're going to skip Monday. We're back to Friday. So literally that whole week we didn't find anything on GJ. In this case, what I am seeing now, we can see a small, we can see a change of character, right here. So right now I'm looking because this was kind of going downwards. Now we've got another change of character to the upside. So now I'm looking for another push to the upside. If we can see another push to the upside, then we'll begin to start looking for some setups. So right here, this did break this high, and we see this right here. This is a setup. We broke this mini high right here as well. So now we have a break of structure confirmed basically. So in this case, my entry is either aggressive or I am looking for a break of candle. In this case, I'm going to try to find a break of candle. So we're looking for this candle to break at this point. Once this candle breaks, then we're going to enter this trade. My stop loss is just going to be somewhere here. And I'm looking to leave this trade when we get to the most recent high. So this would be at this point here. This is where I'm going to leave this trade. But if we get close to that, and depending on how it goes, I'm going to manage it. But most of the time, I'm leaving at the most recent high or the most recent low. So this might be a fake out. Yeah, okay. So this was a fake out. So in this case, we lost this trade. This trade tapped us in and just, you know, took us out. And it's currently 10. So if there is another setup, then I'm going to take it. If there isn't any, then there's nothing much I can do. But in this case, this is a loss of 10.6 pips. So I'm going to record this down as 11. So we're going to go to the month of August like this, which is going to put a loss here. And the loss was 11 pips. And that is it. So now we're going to continue. So in this case, we keep going. Okay, so this is another kind of another setup. We'll use this as an example. So we didn't get an entry on this day either. Now the funny thing is, the analysis was correct on this trade. It was gonna go up. It's just a matter of when it was gonna go up. It broke, it stopped us out, and then it started pumping upwards. So in this case, we did lose this trade, but eventually it did start going upwards, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. It does happen. You lose some, you win some. And in this case, we are done for today, so there's nothing much we can do. So now we're going to go to Thursday. And this is Thursday now. So now in this case, I am looking for nothing much as of yet. We are going down to the downside. Not too sure about this yet. Kind of just consolidating. It's almost 12 already. So today was just kind of pointless. This is basically done. It's 12 already. Thursday we've got nothing. But this is why it's super quick for me to backtest this week, because I can literally just skip now straight to Wednesday at exactly when I start without having to play the whole thing through. So this is a little gem for those who actually backtest, but you know, you didn't know about this whole time. Oof. So this was definitely news. In this case, I'm looking for sales for sure. 100% looking for sales. So what am I looking for? There is a setup here. No, there is one here. If price does come to it though. Okay, so in this case, because of that, we have another one here. Okay, so in this case, I would have entered on a break of candle like usual, and I'll put my stop loss just outside the zone like this, and I'm looking for a 1-to-1, or I'm looking for the most recent low. So in this case, the most recent low is here, but this is less than a 1-to-1. So in that case, I'm going to push it to at least a 1-to-1. You can't be getting less than a 1-to-1. In some cases as well, I would move all the way back here to the left side and try to catch the most recent low. So in this case, the most recent low is about here. So what I will do is just mark this up, and I am looking for to get here. So this is a 1-to-1.35. So hopefully price does get there. Price might struggle to break this low right here, just as I thought. So this is why I usually go for the most recent low. Hopefully we still win this trade, and we do. So in this case, this is pretty much a nice little win right here, so I can't complain too much at all. So right here now, that's 29 pips, 29 pips, one win. So at the moment, though we're 1-to-1, we are actually winning more than we have lost. Now that's the reason for going for the most recent low, because otherwise it would be 1 win, 1 loss, with pretty much being break even. So that is this trade done, and I'm only taking about 1 trade a day. Don't really care what else happens after that. So now we're going to move on to Tuesday. On Tuesday now, here's what's going on here. So my morning analysis at this point is market is consolidating at this point. It's going straight. So we're looking for either these highs to be broken or these lows to be broken. If none of that happens, then we're not doing much. So in this case, we broke the low. So we've got a nice change of character. That's the wrong one again. I'll just use this for you guys. So in this case, we have a nice change of character right here, and we are looking for anything to happen. I do doubt price is going to go all the way back up here. Yep, it didn't. But in this case, I'm looking for this now. This is a nice supply zone. Is price going to come back up to it though? It didn't go back up to it. So this is a bit too big for me. This right here is huge. It's absolutely massive. Don't tell me that still would have won. I mean, I would have not taken it. What time is this? 11 right now. We've got another huge zone again. It's still breaking lows, but these zones are absolutely massive. But in this case, I'm not sure if this is going to win. It's too late in the day, so I wouldn't take this. Usually I would take this, right? Just because it's following the rules. But this is 20 pips, quite big, and it's already almost 12. But there are all these gaps here, though. And there's a bit of gap here. There's a gap here. A 1-to-1 is looking to go about down here. It consolidated for a bit. You know what? This might win, actually. So would I take this is the question. Because I haven't seen what's happened yet. So I kind of have to decide if I'm going to take this. The scary part about this, the only thing I'm worried about is this gap here. It might come back up to fill this gap. But you know what? I'll take this one. Just because, you know, why not? And I would aim for these gaps to be filled, and you know, for it to get to, let's say, this liquidity down here. But I will manage it as the trade plays out. It is almost 12 though. It did struggle to break that low. I might leave at this point. I do not like how it looks. Don't like how it looks at all. It struggled to break this, and this is New York session. Usually what tends to happen is London session would go, let's say, downwards, and New York will now start going in the opposite direction. That does tend to happen. Now this is back at break even, so I'll probably leave this at break even at this point. I don't think I'm a fan of this movement at all. Would I leave at break even? That's what I need to decide now. Break even or not. This, because now when you're backtesting, you almost have to treat it as if you would trade live. It's super easy to act like you're backtesting and just saying, I would have won that, or I would have done something. But these days I try not to. Hence why I'm literally talking to myself exactly how I would if this trade was live and you have money on the line, because you don't know exactly what's going to happen. You don't know what you're going to do, but you are seeing these candles and you have to decide, am I going to leave or am I going to stay in this trade? Right now, what I'm looking at is we see that this lows were broken right here. Now it went back up. It hasn't broken any highs yet. It has rejected and has broken this mini low again. So in this case, it all depends on what the next candle does. That's going to decide what I do. And this candle keeps, I like this momentum, so I'm still going to stay in this trade. I do like the momentum. If we can break these lows, then we are laughing. We can see again, price took all of this liquidity here and rejected upwards. Now I might leave at break even right here, depending on what this candle does. That's just what's going to determine everything else. So in this case, we can see that it pumped upwards. So I'm leaving at break even. In this case, I'm leaving literally at exactly the moment this candle hits here. I'm out of this trade. It's not worth the headache just because it failed to break this low. So in this case, we are leaving at break even. So that is literally why I have a break even section right here, just because it does happen in some cases. Now I'm just going to play this out just to see exactly what did happen. And funny enough, this trade did win. So it's like, in some cases, sometimes it's nice to just set and forget, you know, just leave the trade, let it do its thing, and let your analysis play through like you always tell yourself. But at the same time, I do hate this price action. You know, it went up, tested 3 good times, then it eventually dumps to hit. I'll take profit. But in this case, break even is a break even, right? So we will just move on to the next day. So Monday is what's next. We're not trading Monday. So in this case, I am looking for Friday. So I like this price action. I can see already Friday morning price is dumping downwards. Love it. So now the first thing I'm seeing is literally this right here. I don't know if price is going to come back here, but that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a sell when price gets back there. And price did get back there smoothly. So now I'm looking for a break. of candle. I'm looking for any candles to be broken. Now I'm looking for this candle to be broken in this case, and I'm looking for it to go all the way down here. So are we gonna get it? We haven't got it yet, so now I'm looking for this candle to be broken in this case. We just keep moving our entry upwards, and now we broke this candle. But this is pretty bad. We broke this candle. This might be a fake out, sadly. Okay, or not. So I'm looking to take it down to liquidity. Around this zone right here is when I'm gonna start, monitoring this. From here to here, I want to start, seeing what's going on. But so at the bare minimum, I'm trying to get around here. If I can take it down here, then I would, depending on the price action when price gets there. If price does get there, that is. No way, right? Did we lose this? We might have lost this. Yeah, we might have lost this. Oh, this is crazy. That is crazy. Now that this happens, it starts to worry me a little bit because price has gone back to retest this zone again. Price did drop again. If price goes back there again, then I might actually call this a day, because now I'm looking for price to break this low. In fact, because price failed to keep dumping, now my exit is around here now. This is still 1 to 8.1, which is still nice, in fact, right? I technically should have left, because this is 35 pips as well, which is quite good on GJ. But in this case now, I'm not really expecting price to break this low, so I'm just waiting to see if price does go back to break even though. I'm hoping it doesn't, and it just keeps trailing downwards. So in this case, depending on the momentum, right? It depends. If we can break this low, then we're good. We're super good. If we don't, we're in trouble. Can we close below? So we closed. Oh, we didn't close. So we didn't close below. So literally, in this case, I am leaving right here, or wherever the close. I'm pretty much leaving this trade now because we didn't close below. But this is still good. Let's just say this, give or take, I'm leaving at this close. This is a 1 to 6.8. I'll take it. 33 pips, taking that any day. But this is literally how I manage my trade. So in this case, now we have 2 wins, and we have, what's this, 33 pips, I believe that was. Yeah, just rounding up 33 pips. So now we could just see what actually would have happened. So in this case, this is definitely done. So price came to exactly what I was looking for, between here and down here. It didn't take out this, but price did get down here. So I missed out on a bit, but I will take it. I mean, when I say a bit, that is quite a lot. 50 pips is what I could have got. But in live markets, you wouldn't know what's gonna happen. It's still best to always go home with some money than go home with nothing. Like, this literally kept playing around, but surprisingly it didn't actually break this high. Yeah, so we'll take that for another win on that day. Now we're just gonna take this back to Thursday now. I'm not too sure how long this video is gonna be, so I might cut this. We might actually stop this pretty soon. Usually I'll backtest the whole month, so maybe we'll just do this up till Tuesday and then we'll call it a day. But now price is sort of consolidating. We broke this high at the moment, so literally, oh, that's the wrong one again. So we have a nice change of character. In this case, actually that's a break of structure, because we haven't broken any lows in a while, so this is looking pretty good. It's just I haven't got any setups. Actually, we did have one, but it became invalid. So in some cases, my setups can become invalid when this happens. When this happens, you can see that I broke the zone. So in this case, it is invalid now. So I'm not taking any of that trade. So and we don't have a gap here. So we're looking for another high. But we didn't get another high. So now we've got a change of character. Using the wrong one. So now we have a change of character literally right here, and now I'm looking for price to come back, but it might not, the way this is looking. Okay, maybe not. So I'm looking for this right here. Let's just draw it this way, maybe draw this slightly lower right here. So I'm waiting for price to tap back into this. Then we're laughing. Actually, this is more of a break of structure, because we're forming lower lows at this point. It's small, but we're forming lower lows. So this is more of a break of structure, and that is what I need for most of my trades. If we do tap in, then we're good. Assuming we do get a break. Can we get a break of candle? Oh, now this is interesting though. Did we break the high first, or did we become invalid first before tapping in, or the other way around. Like this could have gone up, then down, then back up. I'm not too sure. This is a bit of a weird one, so I don't really know what to take this as. Oh, this did tap into this actually. Looking at this in a bigger perspective now, we did tap into here, so that was what caused this buy right here. And yeah, anyway, I didn't see this live, so this is relevant, but now I'm just understanding exactly what caused this. But in this case, I mean, this definitely became invalid then, but I'm not sure if this went up first, became invalid first, or dropped down first. But in this case, we're just gonna ignore this one. I'm not too sure. If you guys know whatever you think, let me know down in the description. Let me know down in the comments below. But we're just gonna ignore this day. So this is Thursday, no trade. Gonna move on to Wednesday now. Now Wednesday, we have this going downward. We have a huge break change of character right here. We need a high to be broken before we look for any buys. So we did get that. So now we're looking for price to come back to this zone. If price comes back there, then we're good. If price doesn't, then we are looking for this zone. In this case, is it gonna come back to it though, or we're just gonna keep breaking highs? This might be one of the days where we just keep breaking highs and highs and highs, and price doesn't come back to our zone. Yeah, so in this case, no trades today, so we continue moving on. So now Tuesday, hopefully we get another trade here so I can show you guys another example. So far we only had two. This is 8 p.m. so in this case now we can see that price is moving upwards, super clean. So we're looking for just buys at this point, nothing else but buys. I can already see a zone right here, so I'm drawing this, and there's also one down here if price does come to it. Okay, so we did get that actually. So literally I'm looking for a break of candle. This is massive though, my goodness, 32 pips alone. This is why sometimes I enter aggressive, but I'm just not showing that in this case, just because it's debatable. When it's live, depending on how the candle is moving, I can kind of see the volume, the momentum, all of that stuff, then I would enter aggressive in some cases. But obviously this is a backtest, I can't really see exactly what the volume is, but I'm still looking for my break of candle anyway. What I'm looking at here is that this has been going high for a while, a super long time, and looking for it to get here is a bit tricky. This is not even a 1-to-1. So we did get the change, we did get the break of candle there, so now we're officially in this trade, but I need at least a 1-to-1, right? At least. So I want to be here, and if we're looking to the left, we literally see no price action at all. So we kind of have to just monitor this to know exactly where our exit is going to be. So in this case, we see this happen. That's nice. This might be a tricky one. Let's see, price is going to go back in. So price has gone back in to retest. Now we're going upwards again. Trying to see if this is one of those where I get a break even again. So it's gone back to retest the zone. If we don't break this high, then we probably really have to leave this because this ain't gonna happen. All right, I think this trade might be done. Don't like the price action at all, so I might leave this one break even again. Yeah. So this is a break even trade for sure. Right, yeah, the left break even. Don't like it. So yeah, break even trade, pretty messy. I mean, obviously when this is live, so I will record this as on the backtest as break even. If we do this live, then in this case I might have left here. Don't know exactly how I'd have reacted. I didn't get the 1-to-1 either, but I played around a lot. But at this point, it still hasn't taken us out of the trade regardless, but I would have left at some point. I don't like all of this price action. It's a bit crazy for me. So I mean, throughout the day, did we eventually even hit it? Literally nope. So we didn't get stopped out throughout the day. We haven't hit TP throughout the day. So at some point during all of this mess, I would have left. But regardless of that, we'll just take this as another break even trade. So Monday, nope. Let's just do one more. Just do the Friday of this day, and let's just see how this day goes. So on this day now, I am looking for buys straight away. As soon as I see it, I can see I'm looking for buys and nothing else. the way this is forming, if we break a low again, maybe not, you know. So the way this is forming, it's almost forming lower lows, but it's just a bit messy. I do have a zone right here. Now in this case, I would enter this aggressive just because it is super small and almost risk-free. But at the same time, okay, let's see if price even gets there in the first place, right? If price doesn't get there, then all of this is literally irrelevant, right? Almost did, but price didn't get there. That's annoying, super annoying. But now we've got these highs broken. It's broken this mini structure here. Depends on what happens. I might take this. If I really have to take a trade, I might take this. Let's just see. And price is just not going back to our zones, and it's already 1 o'clock. So in this case, yeah, another no trading day. So clearly August, or you know, August is basically a bit of a no trading, bit of a messy one. There are some cases where I could have stayed in the trade and won. Of course, could have also done that, but in some cases I left just to be safe. But overall though, most of the zones that I did draw didn't really lose besides one. If you guys did like the content, then be sure to actually let me know down in the comments below, and I'll continue to bring more of these out so you can kind of understand exactly what I'm thinking when I do enter my trades. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.